Hello everyone and welcome back to the Journey Towards English podcast. I'm your host Abiha Fatima, and in today's episode we are going to delve into three essential linguistic concepts that a very skilled communicator must understand: homophones, homographs, and synonyms. As an English creator, it's crucial that we have a firm grasp on these key principles. They not only underpin our ability to use the language with precision and clarity, but they also allows us to craft more dynamic, engaging, and memorable content for our listeners. So, let's not waste our time and dive into these three words. What are homophones? Let's start by exploring the concept of homophones. Homophones are the words that sound exactly the same when spoken but have different spellings and meanings. Some classic examples of homophones include bear. Well, one bear is an animal and one bear is something without covering. And the second word we have is break. Break means to split apart, and the brake also means on a vehicle. The third one is buy. It means to buy something, like I bought a new coffee cup. And the second buy is used when we are saying someone goodbye. And the fourth word we have is flower. Flower is a plant and flour is also used for baking. The last word we have is night. Night is a medieval warrior, or night is the time of the day. Homophones can be incredibly confusing, especially for the language learners without the proper context, and can be difficult to determine which homophone is the correct word to use. As a podcast creator, it's critical that we use homophones appropriately to avoid confusing our listeners. We need to pay close attention into the context and meaning to ensure we are employing the right homophones every time. Now let's dive into homographs. While homophones sound the same, homographs are the words that are spelled the same but have different meanings and may or may not sound the same. Some examples of homographs include: number 1, lead. Lead is a thing which is made of metal, and one lead means to guide. Number 2, tear. Tear means to rip, or tear also means to drop a fluid from the eye. Number 3, wind. Wind as in the breezer, and wind can also be used by the meaning of to bend or wrap around. The fourth word we have is bow. Bow means the front of a ship, and bow also means to bend at the waist. The last word we have is a row, a line of objects, and row also means to propel a boat. Homographs can be even trickier to navigate than homophones, since the words look identical on the page. Without paying close attention to the context, it's easy to mix up the meanings of homographs. As a podcast creator, accurately using homophones is crucial. We will want to be extra mindful when incorporating homographs into our scripts or conversations to avoid potential confusion for our listeners. Now let's have a look on the power of synonyms. In contrast to homophones and homographs, synonyms are the words that have the same meaning or similar meanings. Some examples of synonyms include big, large, enormous, and gigantic. Number 2, happy, joyful, elated, instigated. Number 3, talk, speak, converse, chat. Number 4, determined, resolute, unwavering, steadfast. And the last one, finish, complete, conclude, and wrap up. Synonyms allows us to add a variety and precision to our language. While synonyms have the comparable meanings, they may have slightly different connotations or usages. Carefully selecting the right synonym can make our words choices more impactful. By weaving a tapestry of synonyms into our podcast scripts and impromptu decisions, we will captivate our listeners and establish ourselves as masterful communicators. The more we will understand and apply synonyms, the more we will be able to connect with our audience and solidify our reputations and go to the experts in the world of English language podcasting. Now I'm going to put all of these things together. Homophones, homographs, and synonyms are all essential linguistic concepts that very skilled communicator, including podcast hosts, must truly understand. Homophones require us to pay close attention to the context to ensure we are using the right word. Homographs demand even greater care as we will need to discern the correct meaning based on the surrounding text or conversation. And synonyms allows us to elevate our language, making it more vibrant and precise. Weaving a tapestry of synonyms into our podcast scripts and the scenes will captivate our listeners. By deeply internalizing these concepts, we will be well on our way to podcast hosting excellence. Remember, the more you understand, the more you will apply homophone, homographs, and synonyms. The more we will be able to connect with our audience and solidify our reputations as go-to experts in the world of English language podcasting. In today's episode, we will have explored the fundamental linguistic concepts of homophones, homographs, and synonyms. These tools are essential for any skills communication, including podcast creators like ourselves. If you found this episode helpful, then kindly provide me some thumbs up, and if you want to connect with me on Instagram, then I have got an Instagram ID by the same name of the Journey Towards English. You can also search my ID by the name of Abiha Fatima 252011. I have got a homework for you. What you have to do is just to read through the following paragraph, identify 5 words that could be replaced with a more precise and varied synonym. Rewrite the paragraph substituting those 5 words with synonyms of your choosing. Now I'm going to say that paragraph and listen now. It was a very big day for the small town. It was a big day for a small town. Damir was holding a big event to celebrate the town's history. Many people in the town were very happy and excited to attend. The mayor gave a big speech about the town's past and all the big challenges it has gone through. At the end, the crowd gave the mayor a big round of applause. In 2 to 3 sentences, explain why using synonyms was beneficial in this rewriting. How does this improve the quality and clarity of our writing? Now what you have to do is just to rewrite this paragraph by replacing 5 words, 5 synonyms in it, and then you have to check it through Google, and you can also email me your homework if you want to. Thank you so much for joining us today. Take care. Bye.